What's going on, folks? Is that me or is that you?
Mm-mm, not me.
Oh, that's me.
That's you. You're
It's not
making
like we're
noise.
live or anything right now. I
Why?
mean, it's not like anyone's watching, anyways.
They will be shortly.
Anyways, how you guys doing on this fine, beautiful, gorgeous Saturday in Detroit,
Mm-hmm.
Michigan? Sunny, 76 degrees, beautiful blue skies, and we are here in the studio. The hell's wrong with this?
Well, we were out on the balcony a little bit
Oh,
ago, feeding
yeah.
the ducks and the geese.
I'm Manny Vitale, host of My Fight Our War, co-host of Music and Mayhem with Skylar Ray. And now, and the I tell you what, trying to get this thing going is it's a bit of work, man. It happens when you are talking about different time zones, man. It is 6:44 p.m. here in Detroit, and it's 6:44 a.m. in Thailand, where my brother Thomas Guffey Vistergaard is. And we are still in the process of getting things going. It is, I mean, it's hard enough to do that, getting things like this organized when you're in the same city, same
Mm-hmm.
surroundings.
But
Here, he's in Thailand.
12 time zones later.
Yeah, he's in different time zones and different country, and um, but me and Thomas are in the beginning stages of getting this together with our soon to be. It's gonna be. I tell you what, with just the beginning story that we had. I hope you guys saw it. If not, go back and check it out. Um, it is just an amazing story, and it's just a tip of the iceberg
Mm-hmm.
with Thomas. And the name of it's going to be My Brother's Keeper, a biker's podcast. And we are literally going to be hitting you with pretty much everything when it comes to the safety we're dealing with when it comes to addiction and mental health issues and everything that goes along with it with PTSD. Everything is you know involved when it comes when you're dealing with addiction. There's so many other things that come into play, man. Some people think it's just you have this or you have that. No, in a lot of cases, there's so many other things going on. Vincent is in the house. How you doing, Vincent? Happy Saturday to you. Um, but yeah, so that's one thing that we like to do is we don't ever and will never paint ourselves into a corner and you know not focus on helping everybody. I mean, it's just kind of defeating the purpose if it's just like, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do our best to take care of people dealing with addiction. Well, if you're dealing with this as well, that we're not going to focus on that. No, that's not the case. It's a scary world out there, man, and we all got to do our part. And that's like us here, My Fight Our War, all of the amazing platforms and shows that are out there. I just got a text from my good buddy, my brother over at Talking Trash, Tim Snyder, who is just a freaking maniac producer and designer. And he's the one with that incredible intro that you just hopefully
Mm-hmm.
saw. That was compliments of Tim Snyder at Talking Trash. And he
Yeah, he's
just
got some
informed
skills.
me that he is now dabbling into some other forms of design as well with some AI. And he has been nonstop, literally, just dove right into doing this. And he is actually, I reached out to Tim to help us with the intro for myself and for Thomas with My Brother's Keeper, a biker's podcast, to help us get going. Because after seeing what he's done with Talking Trash, the graphics, the music, the everything that he has done is just incredible work. And not only that, but he said that he'd be willing to help us out, which is just that's just Tim, man. I mean,
He's very giving, very
he
willing to
just
share.
a lot of people say so, yeah, I'll give you a hand, I'll help you out, I'll do what I can do. And then when it comes to that time and you reach out,
Yeah, call me next year.
you get a ringtone, or you get a busy signal, or you get a no call back, or you get I'll call you back,
Yeah.
and you never hear from them. That's not Tim, and I definitely appreciate it. because this is, in fact, when I told him about it, instead of like, oh man, I don't know, it was just the opposite. He's like, this is brand new. This is, groundbreaking, right at, ground floor. Let's do this. I mean, that was the excitement that Tim had. So please show Tim and Jim and Kaisa and Will and Billy and whoever else pops on talking trash. Show them some love over there, man, because they are doing so much. Just like I said, all of the people and all the platforms. Kaisa, Kaisa, I'm sorry, Kalisha over at Pine Case Podcast, her and Calico, same thing, man. They put so much of themselves into the show. And I remember when I first started doing this, I would sit there and I'd just start rattling off people. I'm like, I want to thank, and I'd just start rattling off all the different people who are hosts of shows. I'd start rattling off the shows and where they were out of. And I am happy to say that I cannot remember them all because I've been very fortunate to not only reach out and have been a guest on these shows, but have had them as guests on My Fight Our War as well. So, it's like I said, with Kalisha, Calico, with Tim and everybody, with Talking Trash, with Skylar and Kayla, or We Do Recover with, and now we got our brother Tyler, who is jumping in. You sure you want to do this, Tyler? Haven't you seen what we are going through? I'm just messing with you, man. It is, I tell you what, just like your MMA, Tyler, the passion. If it's something that you love, it doesn't matter the obstacles that come at you, the ups and downs, because I tell you what, when I first started doing this, as I've said before in other shows, I was a guest on the shows. Caleb. Oh, wait a minute.
Yep, Caleb.
Okay, let's see how long it takes before I put Caleb to sleep. Hello, people. This is Manny Vitale. I am here to make everybody very sleepy. Instead of doing the follow the pendulum, for me, it's like, listen to my voice. Oh, yeah. You are getting very sleepy. I'm actually getting sleepy.
Yeah, well, you know what? You've got that nice deep voice.
I guess, as Calico would say,
it works.
I guess I am that boring. Oh, Calico. That was so funny. Manny, you're not that boring. Thank you. Then what was the other one? When Donna said, I enjoyed hearing your voice. I enjoyed hearing your voice. I didn't know how to respond to that. I was the new guy. I was like, is this like a new code that podcasters have that I don't know about? Do I got like knocked 2 times, 3 times on the desk, spin around? But back to Tyler. Tyler is starting his own podcast.
Is it Knockout?
Knocking Out Addiction or Knockout Addiction, something like that. So Tyler Thomason is
Wednesday at noon.
Wednesday
Eastern Standard Time.
High noon with our sister
Kalisha.
Kat. Over at Sober Patrol is going to be the first victim. And I am hooking up with Tyler to jump on his show as well. So looking forward to that. Caleb, I hope you're having a good weekend, brother. And this is officially Saturday, May the 10th. It is Mother's Day Eve. So all of us who are blessed to still have our mothers with us, a happy Mother's Day to all you. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers. To all you mother. Man, sometimes it just feels so right. Happy Mother's Day. But seriously, man, it's a very special day. And Mother's Day, yes, it's one day a year, the official day, the Hallmark holiday. But, just like with all these special Hallmark occasions, we celebrate them and we acknowledge them one day, out of the year, just like, with the Valentine's Day or whatever day. And it's just like, you know what? Every day should be
Mhm.
Mother's Day.
Mhm.
Every day should be Sweetest Day. Every day should be, you know, whatever day you want to, make up. But it's just nice to, like I said, for all the moms out there, for mine, God bless you. Because oof, I tell you what, mine had her hands full with me, that's for sure. And not when I was just a young lad either. I think that was probably the easiest part, when I was just a young little
Hockey
shithead,
player.
when I was just a little bratty kid, where you hear these horror stories from parents going, "Oh my God, terrible twos," and whatever, as you go up the age, as we know with our situation, whew, man, it got to be something. So, on behalf of all of us here at My Fight Our War, happy Mother's Day Eve to all you moms.
Mm-hmm.
Really looking forward to spending tomorrow with mine. Gonna have a nice brunch, and
There's
it's
gonna be
gonna
like
be
8 of
nice to
us,
see
right?
my aunt. Oh, that's right, going to see my
Cousin?
aunt tomorrow as well.
Mhm.
So it'll be nice to see Aunt Joanne. Excuse me, and then it's scratch off time.
Mhm.
My mom loves, excuse me, the scratch off lottery tickets. So we get to sit there and spend some time. And who knows, maybe one of those days, for those of you who know David on my lottery, or the lottery dream house, whatever it's called. I've
Oh,
always
wouldn't
said,
that be great?
I've always said, if you ever, Jim Libel is in the house from Talking Trash.
Mhm.
Jim, I was just talking about you guys, and what an awesome family that you have over there at Talking Trash. Your insane producer, Tim, just sent me a text that he is now jumped into the wonderful world of AI,
Mhm.
and he has been pretty much nonstop at it for the last 2 days. So
He really is a
actually has.
IT nerd, isn't he?
So
That's great.
I mean, I really appreciate you guys. I was just telling everybody about just all the different platforms and shows and hosts and everybody. And Jim is one of the hosts at Talking Trash, and was a guest on My Fight Our War. And I had the honor of being a guest on Talking Trash on a few occasions. And I am I going back on with? I can't remember. I don't know if Jimmy, you guys have me back on.
Oh yeah, on the 25th.
Well,
Sunday
Jim,
the 25th.
Jim, we don't need you anymore. OG got you. I'm just kidding, brother. We always need Jim and all of his one-liners. OG loves your
I wrote down a
one-liners.
bunch. I want to share one. So
Oh, wait, hold on. This is OG one-liner compliments of Jim Libel from Talking Trash.
Well,
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Actually, there's quite a few. I wrote them
Okay,
down, Jim. I'm just telling you, I'm stealing them.
Let's see.
But there were a couple of them. One of them is, when you have one foot in the past and one foot in the future, you're pissing on today. That was so cool.
Jim, that was you, brother. And
oh, I got more. My ego can't be my amigo. That's right. Don't let your ego take over yourself. And if you're not, you might not be my biological family, but you're my logical family. That's a good one.
Oh, and let's not ever forget the one of the most important ones. Never piss into the wind.
Okay, that wasn't Jim's. That was yours.
Yes, it was.
And whose was Jim? Was this one yours? If you baby them, you're going to bury them. That was very kind of like, oof, powerful.
Yeah, I mean,
but you are loaded with all kinds of sayings. You are rocking.
In other words, Jim, what she's saying is you're full of it. In a very polite way, Jim, you're really full of it.
I'm stealing all your one-liners. Yep, I'm stealing them all.
But seriously, man, that is what makes this so freaking cool and such a enjoyable thing to do with this whole insanity podcast thing that, I never thought in a million years that I'd be doing ever. And here I am now. Like I said, you can't shut me up at times. And our good brother Tyler Thompson and the little MMA world, and he did tell me, though. Tyler did tell me that when he first came on, He said he's been following our show and really enjoyed watching, enjoyed the laughing, the joking, the seriousness, the tears, the anger, the swearing, the silly shit, all that goes along with it. And said that he was thinking about wanting to do it.
Look, jump
And
in,
then it
Tyler.
never was spoken again.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, well, you know what? If I had a dime for all the things that I said I was going to do and either never did and never even attempted to do, I'd be a rich man. But next thing you know, he jumps up and says, "You know what, Manny? I'm thinking about joining a gym and going into MMA."
Mhm.
And said, "Okay, that sounds great, man. Get in shape, hit the gym. I love you guys know me, man. Know us. The gym. I love working out, love training. But that's all I said. And then he pops on all the time with us. He checks in daily,
Mhm.
multiple times a day. And next thing you know, he chimes in again, brings up MMA.
Yep.
A couple days later, MMA again. And then he says he actually made a few phone calls to the gym. Then he actually went in, and next thing you know, it's turning into this onward and upward process. And he started doing it and left the podcast world in the dust. Well, out of nowhere, the other day, I get a message saying I am going to now get my own show going.
There you
And that's fantastic. I mean, the shit that we're doing now, uh, first of all, multitasking, where before multitasking was, doing a beer and a shot. Okay, give me a beer, give me a shot. I'm multitasking.
go.
Now, I mean, we're working out, we're training, we're going to other people's events in other cities. We're being guests on shows. People are coming on our shows, and what a great time!
Mhm.
I love Tyler Thompson. He is my brother from another mother.
That's
Well,
right.
There you go. We're gonna have to show Tyler some love, which I know we all will, and I know he's going to do great because he also said that he has some help from someone we all know very well, and that's Tiana.
Mhm.
And she is just, hey, and look at that. I used the
Okay,
force,
Tyler, we've been
and he
talking about
pops in
you.
here. All right. Well, let's see. Did you use your Yoda, the force? Did your little
Yep.
spidey senses go off hearing us talk about you, Tyler?
Mhm, must
Because
have.
we were just talking about you and how this whole experience started off with you being a guest on the show. Yeah, Caleb, speaking of Tyler,
Yeah.
let's see. Let's see. So if I just speak it, it happens. Winning lottery numbers. Winning lottery numbers. Winning lottery
Okay.
numbers.
Okay.
Um,
Hope we all have winning
all of
lottery
us,
numbers.
we're all gonna
The
win.
entire family.
But
buy
Tyler,
your own ticket though.
Wednesday, high noon is
Tiana's your cousin?
Oh shit, Caleb.
Who
Yeah,
knew?
that
Let me
is so
write that
cool. Did
down.
not know that.
Tiana is her.
Kevin, happy Mother's Day Eve to exactly,
That's right.
Kevin. That's exactly why I popped on today. Well, one of the reasons. Actually, I just thought of it as we went live because, as you guys know, I'm clueless unless there's a guest on. So as we were sitting here, in fact, here's my notes. It says Saturday, May 10th, Mother's Day Eve. I wrote this
That's it.
as the
Music?
intro was playing. I wrote this down. And no, that's not actually true. I wrote the Mother's Day Eve down in the whatever it's called. I don't know either. It's Monday.
No, but that's okay. No, Monday we're gonna be with Kevin.
We're gonna be with Kevin Monday.
right.
See, that's like yesterday I said it was Monday. I go, yes, it's Monday
like,
live.
"What?"
Monday live with My Fight Our War. And not only was it not Monday, it was Friday. And not only were you not John,
Yeah.
but with issues there that did not happen. So I was all.
Kevin's like, "What planet are you on?"
I know Kevin was just like,
hello.
Did I miss something?
Am I a day late?
And I was just
No,
like,
Kevin,
oh,
this
man.
coming Monday.
Kevin, welcome to my world, brother. Definitely looking forward to Monday with Kevin. It's going to be a great show. Really looking forward to it, man.
Yeah.
But this is all this is about Mother's Day weekend, man. After all our moms, like I was talking, Kevin, Caleb, everybody, Tyler, those of us who are so blessed to still have our moms with us to celebrate, man, enjoy every second of it. And I know that there's issues. We all do. Family, we have problems. The things that we dealt with in our past, the things that were said, the hurt feelings. But you know what? Look who's still there with us, God willing. And because I say it all the time, man. Come these special days like tomorrow, man. I'm so blessed. But unfortunately, when Father's Day comes around, I'm at the cemetery and I'm talking to a headstone, and I'm sitting there. I've done many shows with a
On the
headstone,
cemetery, yep.
talking to a headstone instead of many times giving a kiss to a headstone instead of my dad. And you know what? I know he hears me, but I'll tell you what, I'd give anything to have him back. And so, tomorrow,
Enjoy the people in your lives that are still here,
enjoy.
and those that'll still talk to you, because sometimes maybe your history has burnt some bridges.
Yeah, and you know what? It doesn't matter, man.
You
As
can
my
still send
good
them love.
brother King Handsome said, when it comes to family, family, just because you're related, that just means you're relative. It's a relative. Family it doesn't have to be blood. We all have people in our lives who are actually blood family that we can't freaking stand, that we don't want to be around, and they don't want to be around us. And that's just calling it as it is, man. It's true. And we all have people in our lives who are not blood, who would be there in a blink of an eye. And that's just a fact of life. And we've all got that. And I still remember I had a buddy of mine one time. We were talking, and God bless him, man. But this dude's just a prick. No matter if he's drunk or if he's straight as an arrow, man. He's just one of those guys. You just look at him, like, man, you're such an asshole, And we tolerate him for a long time, but he dealt with a lot of issues with addiction for a long time, 20, 30 years, just in and out of rehab. Just a lot of fights, arguing, terrible shit. Well, by the grace of God, he got sober. And there's a few people in his life who are blood related and who are not, that have been part of his life for a long time. And some of these people don't want any part of him. And we were together one time. This was a while back, and he actually was. Don't come to me looking for oh, it's okay, pat on the back, because you will get that for a little bit. And then don't ask me. If you don't want to hear the truth, don't ask me, man, because he's just looking at me like, yeah, I've been sober now for almost a year, and so and so and so and so are still giving me shit. They don't, show me the respect that they're not as proud. And he wants all these accolades and praise for being sober, which, don't get me wrong, man. Congratulations. You're sober. We're all happy for you. But that doesn't wipe away 30 years of you just being a complete dickhead, and
some bridges aren't going to be
said
built.
A lot of and when I say that, I mean me. I said a lot of terrible things to people, blood related, and family not blood related. And I am very fortunate that I'm pretty much made amends with everyone in my life. There is someone, brother of mine, man, who was not blood, but was closer than any blood brother, around. And we were inseparable for 30 years. Inseparable, man. Good times, bad times, fun times, sad times, you name it. We were side by side. And you know what? Because of the things that happened, we no longer talk. And I've reached out many times, and at first I was just, called it like I saw it, man. It's like, listen, you want to sit there and talk about me, and I could start throwing stones. I was all about that in the past,
Mm-mm.
and I was like, you know what? Okay, this is something that I created, and it's something that I got to deal with. Yeah, we've all made changes in our lives, but it doesn't erase the shit that we did.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all.
Caleb's got a nice comment. If you want to put that up.
Yes. Caleb. Excuse me. I have a couple friends that I have had for 20 years that are more family to me than my blood family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I tell you, man, I have been very blessed in my life to have a shit ton of friends. As the years have passed, as my life has changed, that circle has definitely gotten smaller. A lot of that's because of me. Um, it's also because of our lifestyle. Some of them are dead. They're no longer
Mm-hmm.
here. But yeah, I mean, you've got people we all hopefully have people in our lives. Because that's another discussion I had one time about people reaching out for people that need help. And it was a show I was having one time about, if you think someone is having problems,
Mm-hmm.
if you all of a sudden are talking to somebody, thinking about somebody, and things that are happening, you're like, something's just not right. If you're getting those vibes,
Yeah.
something's not right. Something's definitely not right, and please act on it. Because I did have this happen where there was this couple, boyfriend girlfriend, who were having issues, and we all hung together. We were all drinking, we were all just partying like freaking rock stars. And the one buddy's like, oh man, they've got such a huge family that they got people around them, they've got friends, they got a shit ton of friends, they got all these people around them, so they'll be fine. And I'm like, listen, man, it don't matter. You could be physically surrounded by 10, 20, 50 people every day and feel totally alone.
Mm-hmm.
So please don't assume that someone else is picking up the slack. And well, someone else will do it. I don't have time. If you had time to have that bad feeling,
Mm-hmm.
would you rather do some act on it, or would you rather not? And then all of a sudden get that phone call from family or friends saying, hey man, did you hear about so and so? They OD, they're dead. And then have to live with that for the rest of your life as regrets. I don't think any of us want that.
Even it's easy to text. You could always text.
Yeah, a text,
and then
a
follow
phone
up with
call,
a phone
man.
call.
Stop by, knock on the door. When you're getting involved with people's lives, it doesn't mean you got to jump in, put them on the couch, set a timer, and So tell me, what was it like growing up, man? All it is just
Be there.
Just reach out. Sometimes don't say a freaking word.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say shit. Just say, hey, I'm here. I'm here. I got 2 ears. I got 2 shoulders, man. Use them. And there you go. Sometimes the best advice you could give is none. Keep your mouth shut and just listen. As we all know, and
it's very profound.
Yeah, I have no idea what I just said, but that shit happens. I'll come up with shit, and usually after the show, I'll be like, "Remember I said something?" And then she'll go, "Oh, you mean this?" I go, "Yeah, is that a word?" I actually did that. I did a couple shows, and afterwards, I asked OG. I go, "Is that even a word? Did I make that up?" I mean, because there's times where I'm saying stuff. I'll do a show or a video or something, interview, and it's just like I said, I never ever script anything. And it's just, I had a guy one time tell me, he goes, it's got upstairs, man. I feel like like Jeff Dunham with Walter. I'm Walter or Peanut. That's me, and God's pulling the string, and there goes my mouth. And sometimes this stuff comes out, and I gotta tell you, man, even myself, there's a few times where I'll say something during an interview, and I'll be like,
wow,
shit.
Who was that?
Hey, did you hear that? I said that. don't ask me to repeat it because I have no idea what it was. But
That's okay.
yeah, just like the first time I was being interviewed, and this one lady, she was talking about she did some background check about the shooting, the stabbing, the fights, and she goes, you've had a very pretty violent life,
Mhm.
and I said, yeah, man, absolutely loved it, and I said confrontation, the fight, that was normal. In fact,
Mhm.
my very first promo I ever did with Dan and Donna on Hard Knocks was as real as it gets. I didn't
Mhm.
know what I was doing, and Dan put the camera on me, and he goes, "Go, go where?
Go where?
Go." And I'll never. It was funny as hell. I remember sitting there, and never did a live show in my life. Never did a podcast. The only podcast I ever did was the one a couple weeks before uh, with Brad McLeod at Sober's Cool, and it was recorded and it was audio only. Well, he in turn, we had such a great time, and he's such a great guy.
Mhm.
He reached out to Dan and Donna and said, "Hey, listen, man, we got this guy that we just had on, Manny Vitale. Check him out." And they did. They heard the podcast, and they're like, "Man, we want you on the show." So I'm talking to him. He goes, "All right, by the way," he goes, "we're going to go for at least an hour and a half or so, and it's live." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Okay." And he goes, "How many have you done?" And I was like, "None." and so we're getting ready. What? Uh, I gotta take care. Caleb says, "All right,
Gotta take the dogs for a walk.
gotta take." Well, yeah, that's right, Caleb. You're like, tell the truth. I put you to sleep. Caleb, you take care of those pooches, and thank you for popping on with us. Um, but yeah, with Dan, he literally is like, "Okay, man, well, what we got to do now is go about 40, 50 seconds or so, under a minute, and shoot a promo." He goes, "I'm going to leave the screen and it'll be just you. So once I leave the screen, go ahead." And I'm like, and all of a sudden he left the screen. So it was basically like this. And I was just like this.
It was good though when
And
you
I'm
finally
looking
got it done.
around, and all of a sudden I see this. But it was Dan, and he's like,
You gotta talk.
"Okay, you can start anytime." And I was like, "Start what?" And he's like, "The promo." And I go, "How do you do that?" uh, uh, Caleb, we will definitely keep doing that. And Caleb, please keep popping on with us, man, because your positivity, your text, your humor, and all that, it really helps a lot of people, brother. So thank you for what you do, and take care of those pooches. And for as we were
Enjoy
talking,
Mother's Day with whomever you can.
yeah,
And
whoever
if you don't have
celebrate
one,
tomorrow,
say it to some other women,
yes,
some women in your life.
exactly.
They'll appreciate it.
Yeah. So what was I saying?
Your Dan and Donna promo.
Oh yeah. So that was just about it. I mean, it was talk about your, basically give like what your life is like, in a nutshell, like getting up in the morning, getting going, what's your normal day like? And I did it, and after it was over, I just Dad popped back on the screen, and I was still like, I have no idea, was that good, bad, or ugly? And he's just staring at me, and I was like, I said, "Listen, man, I'm sorry. I'll let me do another one." And he was like, "Dude," he goes, "that was awesome, man." He goes, "You're a natural." And I was like, then again, I'm thinking he's just bullshitting
Bullshitting
me.
you.
But I tell you what, I've had so many compliments on that. And my mom was grandma, and she passed 5 years ago. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Well, I tell you what, for Caleb's grandma and slash mom, happy
Please send her
Mother's
love.
Day Eve in
That's
heaven.
right.
We're thinking about you, and thank you for what you did for Caleb, because he's a pretty special person to be part of this family.
He
And
said you didn't make him sleepy today.
where does it say that?
Near the
Oh, you didn't make me sleepy today.
uh-huh.
Yeah, it's right now. That's why he's got to go. He probably doesn't even have a dog. Yeah, I gotta let the
I gotta get some
dogs
fresh air.
out. Yeah, right now, Ty and everybody's going,
What?
Caleb doesn't have a dog.
you're talking about that promo, and it's kind of funny because one of our fa- fabulous waitresses that in the morning, who we thought had seen some stuff, saw it for the first time, and she said, "Wow, you've been shot in the face and stabbed in the face." It's like
Yeah,
she had no clue.
and we've known Lisa for
Lisa.
a while, man,
Mhm.
and see her every day, practically
Mhm.
um,
Getting our breakfast.
getting breakfast. And the other day, walk in, and she just walks up to the table, and she's just kind of staring. She goes, "Wow," she goes, "I saw your Hard Knocks thing," and she goes, "Wow," and I was like, "Wow." That's exactly what we want.
Mhm.
We want that wow. We
Mhm.
want that um that shock and awe to get your attention.
Well, I mean, the fact that like she sees you and talks to you every day and just did not realize some of the background
Yeah,
and that
because
you've been shot in the face and stabbed in the face and you're still here. Yeah, wow, okay.
Caleb said they're Ty's dogs. Jacqueline, we've got part of the shenanigators in the house. What we got going on? Happy Mother's Day weekend to all the moms in the family and mamas of the family members. Yes,
Mhm.
actually, that's why we jumped on here today. Jacqueline, was to give a little Mother's Day Eve
Yep. Little
out to
love.
everybody,
Little
a
bit of
little bit of
love.
love to all the mamas. And even if you're not a mom
You're a mom
or
to
mothered
somebody.
by, yeah, some of you are definitely mothers for sure.
In the best way.
And yeah, okay. But seriously, man, you don't have to, just like they say about dads, and
You don't have to
it
be the
does have to be,
biological.
yeah. I mean, it takes more than being a dad. It takes a man to be a father,
Mhm.
and just like
Mhm.
with the mom. I mean, we've got we've got moms who on Father's Day, they get
Also
Father's
deserve
Day
Father's
cards
Day gifts.
because
Mhm.
they are functioning as both mom and dad. We have dads who tomorrow are going to be getting
Honored.
happy Mother's Day as well, because there may not be mom and there may be only dad who is taking
Doing
on
it
both
all.
roles. So to all the parents,
Yes.
and you know it, and it doesn't even have to be parent, to all those who have reached out and helped others. God bless you, man.
Mhm.
This world of ours is so crazy, and you
But
know,
there's just more good.
yeah, I
There
hope
really
so.
is more good.
You
Now
know,
I'm convinced. I got it on good.
because for years I lived on the other side,
Mhm.
and
That's all you
and the
knew.
thing is, people would say, I was born on Devil's Night. I was
Many
born
people who
on.
are not from Michigan don't know what you're talking about.
So for
Explain
those of
that.
you who don't know, October 30th, everyone knows, October
Halloween.
31st is Halloween. And October 30th is Devil's Night, which is now referred to as Angel's Night. But for, oh, my
Well,
back. For
decades.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah,
was
decades.
Devil's Night, and that's when all the little hoodlums in the neighborhood would go out and soap windows and egg houses and cars and ring doorbells and toilet paper trees and homes. And then, of course, it escalated and got
Mhm.
completely out of control in the city of Detroit, where started burning down houses
Mhm.
to the point where they would call in the National Guard.
Mhm.
I remember a few years where the national media actually came to Detroit to have a Watch Detroit Burn. It was an event, and it literally did. And I remember when I was with the police department, um, it was Devil's Night, and everybody worked. Police,
Nobody got a
fire,
day
and
off.
no one got a day off.
The nurses and the ERs
You
couldn't take a day
had,
off.
it was mandatory.
EMS couldn't take a day off.
Excuse me, every first responder
October
worked
30th.
on Devil's Night.
Huh.
And
That was
me and my
crazy.
partner were driving, and he stops the car, and he goes, "Hey, Vitali, happy birthday." And I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "Look," and I'm looking around, and he killed the lights, and we're just sitting there. And I looked out the windshield, the front window, and
All the
looking in the
fires.
distance, all you see are fires,
Mhm.
all just everywhere. He goes, "There's your cake."
Mhm.
And it was sad, man. But yeah, so for the longest time, that was the joke. Manny was born on doubles night, and looking at my life and the path that I was on, boy. And now, how fitting that it's now referred to as Angels Night, which is a little strange. I don't know if I'm going to go there, but anyways,
yeah,
Jacqueline, it's good to see you, honey. Now as we need is our Amber Gator.
Ambigator,
Yeah,
Shenanigator,
we got a
Ambigator.
Jackie
Okay.
Gator,
Okay.
Jacqueline and Amber, the Shenanigators. Caleb's walking Ty's dogs. Tyler just disappeared. What do we do? Scary at Tyler? Where are you, man? Get back here, or else we're not going to promote your show. Excuse me. What else? I'm trying to think what else is going on.
Well, you want to talk about AJ's?
Oh yeah. Saturday night, June the 14th, Soaring Eagle Casino.
That's right, June 14th.
It is BKFC, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. I think it's championship. But my good buddy, my brother in Connecticut, AJ Galante, is the matchmaker. Matchmaker. He's also the fight promoter for Fire on Ice, or is it Fire on Ice? Let me see.
Fight on Ice. Something.
It's hold on a minute. Let's I want to get this right for AJ. It is.
Anyway, it's hockey players in hockey gear on ice.
Yep, that is
having fights. So it's like a fight. It's like boxing.
It's just
boxing,
like the old
basically
days.
Only on ice.
It's the old days.
Like hockey players used to do anyway.
Yeah, we drop those gloves, boy. It is Battle of the Border, U.S. versus Canada, June the 14th, Soaring Eagle. It is going to be insane. Let's see, just reading it as we go here. But AJ is just phenomenal. He, oh my back. He, check out, it's actually the name of his podcast in Connecticut.
Is
also called Talking Trash. AJ Galante, you can find it's this documentary on Netflix. It's about AJ and his dad and the hockey team, the Danbury Trashers. For those of you who enjoy hockey and the old time hockey back in the old Flyers and Bobby Clark and Dave the Hammer Schultz and the fights and all that shit, you're going to want to see this. And besides that, it is just an incredible documentary. It's called Untold Crime and Penalties.
Crime and Penalties.
Yep. Uncut or Untold Crime and Penalties. And it's on Netflix. You got to check it out. I have seen it. I can't even tell you how many times. It's been so many times. And this is the crazy part. I never knew AJ. And now, not only is he a friend of mine, I mean, call him right now. I mean, he's one of those that got him in the phone here. And he's been on the show. Talk about a crazy world. It literally went from 3 years ago, me sitting in the living room, watching Netflix, watching this documentary, and I didn't know anybody.
Was it on that long ago? I didn't realize.
2.5, 3 years. Yeah. Wow. And so I'm watching this.
Oh, it's great.
And they show this. It's I mean, it's all out there. So it's about his dad, Jimmy Galante, and it's about issues with
the FBI,
and the crime and just it's just very in depth. And they made a comment, one of the characters in there that was being interviewed, that there was a picture of the Tony Gandolfini from the Sopranos hanging in his office, and it said, "To Jimmy Galante, the real Tony Soprano." And here in the show, The Sopranos, they had the son was AJ.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy's son is AJ, my friend AJ.
Mm-hmm.
And the documentary is phenomenal. The first time I saw it, the beginning of this, I'm watching this thing, and AJ pops on, and he's just this. Bottom line is, it's a 17-year-old high school kid whose daddy buys him a
Hockey team,
UHL
yeah.
hockey team, a professional hockey team in Danbury, Connecticut, to run as his own at 17 years old.
Mm-hmm.
On his 10th birthday, AJ loved
Wrestling.
WWE,
Mm-hmm.
loved it. And so, yeah, his life was not like the rest of ours.
He said he didn't realize, he thought he had a normal life
He thought
until his 10th birthday party.
Before that, he said he thought that he had a normal life until after, I can't remember what grade it was, came back from summer vacation, and the teacher was like, "So how was your summer? What life lessons, or what did you learn over the summer vacation?" And this is AJ talking, doing the documentary. He goes, "Well, Joey says, well, never take candy from strangers." And Bobby says, "Never get into a stranger's car or someone you don't know." And they said, AJ, he goes, "Never rat on anybody and be a stand-up guy." And they show his dad, and his dad's laughing. He goes, "It's true." And it's just laughing. Right after that, they show a picture of AJ in the backyard, 10 years old, him and his buddies just in the backyard for a pool party / birthday party. And his dad mentioned to him, "Son, we are going to have some of the WWE superstars come to your birthday." He was like, "Yeah, okay." In walks The Rock, China, Shawn Michaels, Triple H. I can't remember who else was there. Yeah. So it was incredible.
Happy 10th
so
birthday.
I'm watching this documentary, and next thing you know, as it's going on, he loved hockey, ended up getting hurt. He loved the rough and tough style, the fights. He, that's his style of play. And then ended up getting a serious knee injury, and he was done. So I'm listening to this, and here, for those of you who know me well, hockey was my passion, man.
Runs through his veins.
I played from the time I was like in third grade all the way through high school, and I got recruited by Ohio State, played into juniors, and the plan was to make it to the top, man. Every kid's dream to play in the NHL. And unfortunately, when I was going through training camp for college, ended up blowing my knees, and since then I've had over 50 surgical procedures on this body. So we had that in common. And so here, just seeing that documentary and loving it, because then they actually showed and interviewed the players, and these guys are so out there. But the thing is, I knew them, or not exactly that person, but that same, we all had those type of players on our teams. So as I'm watching this, I could relate to every part of this. So I was like, man, so I watched it over and over. So all of a sudden, life changes, right? All these things start happening. My Fight, Our War forms. We get podcasts. Next thing you know, we got a studio. Now all of a sudden, I get I go on the Ian Bick, Locked In with Ian Bick on his show. Fly to Connecticut, walk in, meet Ian for the first time. As we're sitting there, I look on the wall and I see a Danbury Trasher jersey, which was, I just explained to you, the name of the hockey team that AJ was, the GM. And I go, "Oh my God." I go, "Where'd you get that?" He goes, "Oh, my buddy AJ." I'm like, your buddy AJ? He goes, "Yeah, it's all from Connecticut, man. It's right here in Danbury." I'm like, "You're kidding?" He goes, "Oh yeah." He goes, "He was actually just here a couple days ago." I go, "Oh my God." Well, one thing led to another. We ended up connecting and became friends. Now he was on the show, And the funniest thing was he was on the show, and we've been talking for the last year. And so we're sitting there in the studio in Connecticut talking before the show started. And I go, I'm just gonna, because he's like me, no script and no bullshit. We're hockey players. And I said, I'm just gonna let it rip, man, at the beginning. So when I started the show, the interview, I said, my guest today is AJ Galante. I'm sure you know from the Danbury Trashers and going on and on and on. And I go, and I just got to say, my first impression when I first saw that documentary, I go, AJ, all I thought about was freaking little prick. I hated and I'm just going out, and he's laughing. Now, like I said, we're friends, man. So we're sitting there, he's laughing, I'm laughing. And I go, now here we are all these years later. Well, that whole big 10, 20 minutes of I just taken of your life that you'll never get back was to just tell you about what's going on in Soaring Eagle on June 14th, which is the Fire on Ice.
Back to what we were talking
the
about.
Fire on Ice, U.S. versus Canada. It's literally brawling fight. They're hockey fights, full hockey gear, but with MMA gloves on. 900 feet. I think it was. I saw
900 square feet.
That you drop the glove, or you
says bare
you're
knuckles.
fighting.
I'm assuming they're taking the gloves
just
off.
It's not hockey gloves, but they're just like the MMA. So you're going at it. But yeah, so it's insane. So I'm gonna be doing everything I can to help promote that with AJ, and we are leaving this Thursday for our annual our weekly,
our monthly,
our every 6-week trip to White Plain, New York. My favorite little airport, White Plain, New York, all 4 gates. We're going to be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We're actually doing shows over the weekend. We're going to be having a great time visiting with the one and only coach, Tony Morrissey, and his wife Mimi and the family, and going to be doing shows as well. We've got 8 shows set up as of now, but who knows? It's going to be a great time, and really looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that. And then again, June 14th is when I'm going to see AJ again back at Soaring Eagle. So if those of you who are in the area in Michigan, or even if you're not, man, if you're into like MMA, meets old time hockey, it's going to be insane. I told some friends at work about it, and as soon as I got, Fighting Ice, that we're in. It's my friend Alyssa, her and Corey. They're like, we're going, man. So, it's just going to be amazing. So if you have a chance, all I can say is you definitely got to check it out. It's going to be insane.
They're going to telecast that, or they've got to be taping
it's
it.
going to be somewhere. That's for that, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Tyler is back here. It says, I'm eating Chinese food for dinner tonight. All right. Well, I had a Costco pizza.
Very good.
Donald Blow. Donald, you are the man.
Donald, he loves you.
I tell you what, that cotton candy. Oh my God. For those of you going, what? Donald was so kind. He shipped. I didn't know about this. He sent this to OG's house. He sent a package with 2 bottles of Crown Royal.
Nope.
Just kidding. Just kidding. They look like it, though. That's what it reminded me of.
I said, no,
2 bottles of maple syrup.
Real maple syrup.
2 jars of blueberry jam. Homemade. And a container with this cotton candy that it gone.
It evaporated.
Gone. Someone ate it. So
we don't know. Somebody ate it.
If you might have to send some more.
Oh no.
It was so good. And not only that, an awesome movie that I would sit here, go back and forth on saying, Donald, there was this movie and it was Storm of the Century,
Hmm.
and absolutely loved that. So I remember one time, the first time I saw it was years ago. It was like one of those afternoon matinee things. It was on, I think it was like a Saturday. It was pouring rain. It was dark. It was thundering. This was, I don't know how many years ago, just sitting there, and it was perfect for this show. And yeah, so thank you so much for that. So, Donald, you the man.
Well, here, Donald, if you could text me or message me the name of the wherever, if I could order some, like maybe I'll do a special order for Manny for that cotton candy because he.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, you
It
hear?
was so
Okay.
good.
Yeah, yeah.
It was so good. Um, you know what? We're gonna go like this
What are we gonna do? Okay. Yeah, I got you.
because I can't. This voice of mine is doing well, actually doing very well, but every now and then. So I just had to bribe OG to please and thank you to grab a water. So you're stuck with just me right now, but it feels so good to be able to talk. Um, it's actually been 56 minutes, man, just shooting the shit. But I hope you guys are having a great weekend, man. And again, for all the support, just popping on, even if it's just for a few minutes to say hi, for just like Tyler, for Donald. I mean, all you guys and everybody. It's just it doesn't take a lot to make a difference in someone's life, and she's back.
Okay, but I haven't put my headset
She's
on.
not back.
Okay.
She's
Okay, I got my headset on now.
back.
Yeah.
But yeah, but besides that, man, things are going really well. Work has been fantastic. I was very fortunate and was able to go back last Tuesday was my first day, and to the whole crew, the whole family at Wolverine Harley, love you guys. It was so good just to be back and just to be in that environment with the guys again. Just
And
makes such a
surrounded by motorcycles.
and
Okay.
surrounded by these beautiful bikes, and now with the weather getting better, so that was great. Um, and then, like I said, with things going on, we got music, and we had a great show last Wednesday with Skylar Ray and us here doing music and mayhem. Had a lot of fun with our 100 men versus one silverback gorilla.
Oh, yeah, that really, it took up the whole show.
That took a
It
lot.
really did.
Yeah, and for those of you who may be going, what? There was a thing
you
on the
talking?
radio and all over the internet that someone posted. Who do you think would win? 100 men or one silverback gorilla? And it was back and forth. I mean, people were talking such crazy shit. They're like,
Mm-hmm.
well, the gorilla's going to get tired. And they're trying to talk. This wild animal isn't going to sit there and like be boxing. He is going to be ripping limbs off while he's chewing on the other guy's face as this shock and awe. People are pissing themselves. So no. But it was
Yeah, it was almost an hour and a half.
it was a great
Of
show,
gorilla
a
and
lot
men.
of fun, a lot of laughs.
That
The
took the whole-
shenanigans, the one and only Jacqueline and Amber were
Both there.
heading up things with the
Mhm.
shenanigans. So thank you for that, Jacqueline and Amber, and everybody else. And like I said, my good brother from Denmark, Thomas Guffey Vestergaard.
Vestergaard, yeah.
Vestergaard. Right? He's just got a badass name. Thomas Guffey Vestergaard. It's just like when you
And
say
kind
it.
of a nice accent.
Oh, he's got a great accent. But when you say his name, it's just like you say it with freaking authority or you don't say it at all. It's like if I say, Thomas Guffey Vestergaard, it just
Doesn't sound right.
Thomas Guffey Vestergaard. It's Thomas Guffey Vestergaard. And
it's Thomas Goofy.
It's Guffey.
Vestergaard.
Well, whatever. That's
Goofy.
it's my accent that gets it
Yeah,
wrong.
okay.
But Thomas is just incredible. His
Nice guy,
stories
good
are
guy.
insane. What a great person. I mean, sharing the story that he shared that night was just insane. So please check it out.
Do you know when he's coming back from
I
Thailand?
think he said a month. So I'm not exactly sure how much longer. But we're trying to get this organized, and it's so hard to do when you are on complete opposite time zones. I mean, so it's like midnight there, and it's 12 in the afternoon here, and it's so, but we're gonna do it because it's just meant to be.
Hmm.
Um, what?
Yeah, Jackie, we don't know where Amber's at, but we're going to send her love because maybe she's busy preparing for Mother's Day.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
she got a lot on her plate, so we're sending her lots and lots of love.
Lots of love to all you mothers. um, but yeah, so besides that, like I said, great show with Skylar at Music and Mayhem. Check out Skylar and his page and what he's got going on over there as well. And like I said, once we get
Monday.
Monday.
Kevin Herbert.
Monday is Kevin
Even though
Herbert.
he told him it was
Yeah, according to me, yesterday was
Monday.
Monday.
Yeah.
And
He's like, "What?"
I announced it in the description as Monday Monday Live with My Fight Our War with John Ecker. Which the only thing was right was the name, which he couldn't come on because of some technical issues. So the whole thing was
completely wrong.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
And
I'm
Kevin's like, "What?"
Yeah, poor Kevin's like, "It's
Did
Friday."
I miss the day? My calendar is
Yeah,
not the
he
same
goes,
as
"I'm
yours."
supposed to be on." It's like, whatever, man.
Oh yeah, we got you, Kevin. 7 p.m. ish.
7 p.m. ish Eastern time. But yeah, so we're trying to get things going with me and Thomas. It's a process because we definitely want this to be done and done right.
Mm-hmm.
This is extremely serious. There's a lot of, I mean, all of them are, all of the stories, all the interviews, all the guests are extremely serious.
Everybody's been through a lot.
Yeah, everybody's story.
Been through a lot.
Like I've said many times too, because I had a guest one time say how, it never gets boring hearing this because everyone's story is so completely different. And I'm like, well, yeah, yes, they are.
Yeah.
Obviously, each person's story is different. But when it comes right down to the core, it's amazing how much of our stories like gravitate towards the same thing. It's just like, well, my fight, our war. All of our fights are different, but when it comes to the war, it's like we can all relate.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, it's like this, my fight, our war.
Good title.
Yeah, big guy upstairs gave it to me.
I bet he did.
But all right, man. Well, you know what?
Everybody get ready for Mother's Day tomorrow.
It's 1:03. So
1:03.
I think it's time to watch. I don't even know if the Tiger game's still on, but go watch our Tigers and give Mom updates and get ready for a beautiful, beautiful day tomorrow with Mom. And hope you guys all get to enjoy a wonderful Mother's Day with Mom and family and friends. And like I said, man, just because tomorrow has Mother's Day on the calendar, every day is Mother's Day. Every day is our birthday. Every day is sweetest day. Just why wait? Once it's not Mother's Day, so
I'm not going to send you a card.
I'm not going to send you a nice card or say nice things because it's not Mother's Day. No. So, anyways, Jacqueline. I'm looking at Amber.
Buy one get two.
Hey, yeah, they're one and the same. But again, to Jacqueline as well, man, thank you so much for you and Amber and all that you guys do. And whoever is still here, I don't know, Donald and Tyler, and just Caleb. We know he's walking Ty's dog. Supposedly, I think they put everyone to sleep.
That's okay. That's a good thing. Everybody needs their nap.
You know what? Listen, my eyes are actually getting a little heavy right now. You think you guys got it bad? I got to hear me in my ear set.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm putting myself to sleep. But on that note, OG, you got anything before we wrap this?
Just enjoy the night. If you're anywhere like Detroit, we have beautiful weather right now. So I'm hoping you have beautiful weather wherever you're at. Enjoy it.
Let's see.
Take a nice deep breath of fresh air.
Quick weather update here. It is currently in
Dinner with the
Detroit,
kiddos
Michigan.
tomorrow. Okay, I'm reading Jackie.
Wow, it's says 66.
Oh, okay, it'll be
It
refreshing.
dropped.
Dinner with the kiddos tomorrow evening. Much love again. Happy Mother's Day. Yes, talk to you later. That's right. That's right, Jacqueline.
Well, there you go.
Love y'all.
All right. Oh,
Uh-oh.
you guys have a great day. Have a great night. Happy Mother's Day. And until tomorrow or
Well, Monday for sure.
Monday for sure with Kevin Herbert. And probably tomorrow might pop on, and you never know.
Quick
lives.
lives.
Quick live and pop on, say hi. Maybe we'll have Susie the Wonder Dog pop
Actually,
on.
you should show your mom at dinner. Just a quick.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Have a great night, folks. Love you. And
Love you.
as always, remember, keep fighting that good fight.
Bye now.
Let's see if I hit the right
music.
Aha! Look at that. I caught it. No. Set. Two. Set. And